Hey, beach. What the... Hello to all my literary whores out there. Today we'll be talking about reverse harem mermaid book recommendations. Now, what is a reverse harem? A reverse harem is when there's one bad bitch in the center and she has several men around her and they all fall in love. And it's happy because love is love and caring is sharing. And sharing is caring. Either way, it's everything. So please listen carefully. So, I have always really been into reverse harems. I think the idea of it's really cool. If you say you don't like the jealousy aspect of it, you're lying to yourself. I know you're lying to yourself. You don't get all like, when someone gets jealous. Okay, thank you. So, I stumbled upon this deep dark hole called reverse harem. And then I went even deeper because I like fantasy supernatural reverse harem, because isn't that just 50 times better? And when I found mermaid reverse harem, that was the epitome of everything. Now I must read everything in this subgenre, mermaid reverse harem. When I first thought of this, I was very confused. I was like, okay, like, so is it gonna be like we jump it in the water and we turn it into fish? Or is it gonna be like, I don't know, like I was very confused going into this. I was like, there's many ways we can take this. There's many ways an author can do this, but are there good ways they can do this? Is this gonna be entertaining? Is this gonna be fun? Is this gonna be interesting? Let's find out. The first book I'm gonna be talking about is called Triton's Academy by the one, the only, the queen, Alira Anaya Ceres. So, first off the bat, right, I saw this last name. I was like, my Hispanic queen? Yes, she is my Hispanic queen. She is Mexican. This tipped me off to that this book was gonna be fire. Basically, Triton Academy is about this girl. And she lives in Atlantis. And at first when I was like, oh my gosh, Atlantis. So many things we can do with this. So many different routes, so many different things. Okay, Atlantis is cut off from the rest of the world. So we're getting this like point of view from this civilization where there are gods and sea creatures. But in Atlantis, they've forsaken all the other gods. So Zeus, Athena, Hermes, they don't talk about any of those gods. They only talk about Poseidon, Triton, and for me, I don't know how to say her name, but that's like, I think it's like Aphrodite, but like oceany, I don't know, Greek gods, fire. Percy Jackson whores in the back. This is for you. So first, it starts off like it's like a normal civilization. They're living, they're thriving. Her dad is a general in like the army of Atlantis, a very high, powerful general. So basically her father went to this school called Triton's Academy. It's an all-boys school where you train to be a protector of Atlantis. Her mom died when she was younger, and ever since she's been taken care of by her aunt, and her father's always away on missions because he's a general. He has to protect the country or the civilization. So her aunt, like, they're of high like status, obviously, because her father's a general. So her aunt wants her to be this perfect like wife, like, I'm here only to have your heirs type business. And she wants to be a soldier. Her father's a general in the army. She wants to be strong. She wants to protect Atlantis. But the thing is, in order to be a protector of Atlantis, you have to go to this all-boys school and graduate. It's an all-boys school. Obviously, she can't go to it. So there's an all-girls school and then another all-boys school. There's 3 schools in the whole city of Atlantis. So basically, you get chosen by the Oracle to go to the schools. So guess who gets chosen to go to the all-boys school? The only female at that school. So tensions are high, and I love that when a girl is put into a situation with all boys, because she gets to kick their ass and put them in their fucking place. But I was calm. I was calming myself. I was like, you know what, let me take this with a grain of salt. These men don't know what's coming. They don't. So she goes to the school. Basically a lot of shit happens. It's fire. Literally, she meets all these guys and she's a bad bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil it. And that series, by the way, has 3 books, and I read all 3 of them. The series is called A Daughter of Triton, but the first book is called Triton's Academy. Okay. And it's mermaid themed because when people in the civilization, when they go in water, when they come in contact with water, they grow fins. But at first, I kind of didn't like the fact that it wasn't like a mermaid. Like, with like like H2O, like Cleo, like that. No, it's like they turn into mer people, but they have like 2 legs still, but they're fins. But I was like, okay, whatever, you pass. Mermaid reverse harem. The second one, okay, this one was my absolute favorite. I loved it so much, and I'm really gonna read more of Alira Saris's books, because honestly, she has like this thing about mermaids. Like a lot of her books are about mermaids. And this second series I'm going to talk about is by her too, which I recommend you check her out. I haven't read like everything she's written like I have with like other people like Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've read everything she's written. But these 2 books, or these 2 series that I read, seemed like very interesting, unique. Like she took a different aspect of them, but at the same time, like it has the same ring to it. You know what I mean? It has the same like, that Triton's Academy and this other series has the same kind of like vibe like you get from like the same author. And I like the vibe, so I was like, I'm gonna read this. So it's called Secrets Among the Tides, and I'm gonna insert a picture of the cover. So, and this is also by Alira Anaya Sedes. So this one was very interesting, very unique. The world building was immaculate, honestly. But you know when you see a book and the cover is like janky, like it's like it's just janky, like you're like that shit looks like you made it on Pic Collage, and you're just like, should I read this? Is this worth it? But I took the plunge, and I don't care all those bitches that are like, oh, I don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, you do, because when that cover's pretty, you open it. But I was like, no, because I am above that. I am a bad bitch. I am the reader queen. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well. So I opened the book and I read it, Secrets Among the Tides. Oh no, but you know what my dumbass did? So I clicked a book that was so this series has 4 books in it, which I read all of them. And then it has another series following another one of the characters continuing. And I accidentally started reading the second series, not the first one. And my dumb ass was hella confused. Like I opened it and it was talking about some nonsense, some shit like, oh yeah, remember her. I'm like, who the fuck are all these people? Like, and I was like, okay, this has to be some, like the second book or something. Like this is stupid. Like, and then I got so mad. Because I got spoilers because I read the second series, and I was like, I'm not reading any of this. But then I was like, you know what? This seems kind of cool. So then I read it, but I already knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. So still, haha, surprise. So it's called Secrets Among the Tides. I think I already said that. So yeah, so there's 4 books, and I read these books within a couple days. They were quick reads. Some of them were kind of long, but it's like when you're into it, and that's it. So it's about this waitress, and her name is Maisie. So Maisie lives in Laguna, and even like the map to their whole world is so cool because it's only the oceans. It's not like the land of a map, and I found that so amazing. And the land marks in the map, it's like 2-leggers, so meaning humans. So she lives in Laguna, which I love that name. Awesome. Like Monster High vibes. Yes, thank you. So she lives in Laguna, which is a part of this kingdom called Thalassar, something like that. Very high fantasy elfin names. I was like, yes, I'm loving it. So she lives in Thalassar, and she lives in this really small town. It's very small. It's like one of the poorest, smallest places to live in Thalassar, which is a kingdom. There are also 5 other kingdoms or 6 other kingdoms in different parts of the world. So, and they're all connected, but they all have borders, and some of them are at war. Thalassar is at war with this other kingdom. I forgot its name. Vassar, something like that. And so she is making noises. And I love the way even the author made references to things. They're not people, they're mer. I need a fresh breath air. I need a breath of fresh air. I need a breath of fresh water. And it was so cool because when they cry, they made this reference. They were like, oh, 2-leggers, when they cry salt water tears. When mer cry, they cry bubbles of air. I found that just awesome. So basically she's this waitress in this tavern. In Laguna, the Mer are different. Everybody looks different, like looks a little different. Their features are different, just like in our world, like everybody looks different everywhere. So her tail is like purple blue. Like they keep talking about that the whole book, and I just found it so cool, like visualizing it. Like her tail is like purple and blue, like almost like aquamarine, like meets purple, but like it can't decide what color to pick. And her hair's purple, and her skin's like a pink kind of shade, and she's this beautiful like mermaid. But everyone else in Laguna doesn't look like her. Like she looks out of place in Laguna. So everyone in Laguna, some of them even have like two fins, just like the other book, and some of them have like the bottom half of an alligator or the bottom half of a squid. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I never thought of that before. But most people have the bottom half of like a mermaid. She lives in this tavern, and she like, there's this thing called the selection, where people in different towns get selected to join the war, which none of them want to be a part of because they don't even know the reason why they're having this war with this other kingdom. And they're forcing people. And if you desert, they chop your head off, like you're beheaded. If you desert the freaking government, whatever the fuck. So she literally is like waiting for the selection the next day. She bumps into this guard. This guard looks at her. He's like, what the fuck's her name? Princess Olera. Odell. The fuck. So she runs into this guard, and he's like, Odell, and she's like, who the fuck are you? She was like, oh, who are you? Like, get off me. Like, and then her, like, she always wears this like hat, and she wears this really long like cloak thingy, and to cover her like features, because like she looks so out of place there. And the guard's like, oh, princess, and she's like, no, the fuck. And then he's like, oh, you look like just like the princess. And she's like, okay. And then she goes away. And then he like gives her this proposition. He's like, okay, I need you to come to the palace with me and pretend to be the Princess Odell. You look just like her, and she's missing, and she has to marry this Prince Kai from Kylie. Oh, I love his name. Prince Kylie from this other kingdom. He's like the dragon prince. And she's like, no, I'm not coming with you. And he's like, you have to. We need you. Like, this is like the worst kept secret in Thalassar. Like, the princess is missing. We can't find her. She needs to marry the prince. And everybody's lying about where she is. They're saying she's sick. So eventually she goes with him to the palace. And all the mermaids who are part of like the Marabella, like that's like the royal line, the Marabella like royal family, they all have purple tails. You know, her tail's purple. Obviously, like you can pick up on like, oh, she's probably part of their family. She's probably gonna be this. Like you can like tell off the bat, like her dumb ass doesn't know, but you're like, okay, I know. But in this land, it's really cool because the queen is the ultimate ruler, not the king. The king is like side candy. Like I was like, T, like you're side candy, like you're my arm piece, like don't talk. But also like we support men. Thank you. So yeah, it's really cool. A lot of twists and turns. Prince Kylie, everything. Oh my gosh. And Elias, don't get me started. But no, let me not spoil it. But yeah, it was really cool. The world building was literally fucking crazy. I loved it. I loved everything that was underwater. Like everything was like, oh, swim. Like we're not gonna take a walk. We're gonna take a swim. Like I was like, ooh, like you know, noticing those things. Like obviously, like we wouldn't say we breathe air and shit. Like. Fuck. So yeah, those are my 2 mermaid themed reverse harem recommendations. Now I might be reading like the next series, which is about actually Odell, so Maisie's like the princess she was pretending to be. So but I don't know, because she's hella annoying and like I don't like her, but you know, is it worth the read, or should I read something else mermaid? I'm gonna try to read like as many mermaid books, but I don't want to read like some basic ass stuff, you know. Like the reverse harem was really cool. I love it. Sometimes it annoys me when it's not like a sense of family with everyone. Like I like it when it's like reverse harem, but it's like a sense like we're all together, we're all family, like we are, like we love each other. But so I don't like the tension, the violence. Like I get hella annoyed. But anyway, these books were really cool. Yeah, check them out. They're fucking awesome. So it was nice talking to y'all, ranting. I'm Leslie. This is Letters to Romeo. Subscribe, follow. You don't have to, no pressure. But yeah, if you want some more of this fresh freshwater commentary. Just look at each other very awkwardly. Now I'm gonna leave.